and the world in which it emerged in the early 19th century and actually late 18th century as well. In 1805, a school unique in Connecticut opened in Colchester for African American youth. It was then commonly called the Colored School or the School for Colored Children. In my brief words this morning, I will refer to it as the School for African American Youths, or as simply the school. As you listen to my introduction, I would like to suggest that you bear three questions in mind. One, why did the school appear in Colchester in 1805? Two, who conceived of the school and organized it? And finally, more generally, number three, what significance are we to attach to this school and its history? My comments will broach these questions, but they are only tentative and preliminary. Hopefully our discussion this morning will start moving us towards more definitive responses to these questions. In late 1800, Pierpont Bacon, an affluent white farmer of Colchester, died. Trained as a joiner, he abandoned house building by 1751 and purchased land for farming. Over the next decades, his near incessant labor, thrift, and successful marketing of crops in New London enabled him to accumulate some 800 acres of land. That's a lot. Bacon, however, did not labor alone. Along with his wife, he drove about 10 slaves as relentlessly as he did himself. Farmers owning slaves in Colchester and elsewhere in Connecticut in the 18th century were not unusual. By 1775, near 175 enslaved people lived in that town alone, the town of Colchester, which had a total population of 3,200. The enslaved contributed significantly to the region's agricultural success. Yet in his will, Bacon freed all whom he had enslaved, manumitting the adults outright while postponing freedom for the younger until, for the girl, age 18, and for the boys, age 21. Apparently, he also provided for them to occupy 40 acres of land with a house. Perhaps Bacon had been influenced by emerging opposition to slavery in eastern Connecticut and the state's passage of gradual emancipation in 1784. By 1800, only 30 slaves remaining in Colchester, many having been manumitted by owners in the 1780s and 90s. Since the era of the American Revolution, anti-slavery sentiment had grown strongly among many whites in New London County, where some evangelical enthusiasts denounced slavery as a grave sin, while others condemned it as an affront to the revolutionary tenets of liberty and equality. The social disruption wrought by the revolution created the occasion for some blacks and whites to encounter each other on new terrain other than the traditional one of slave and free. In 1779, in nearby Preston, Jeremiah Halsey freed the man he had enslaved, Thomas Halsey, because, as Jeremiah wrote, of the love and goodwill that I have and do bear to Thomas, and because Jeremiah now believed that, quote, all men by nature are free, and that no man has the right to the liberty of another. Now he wanted Thomas, quote, to go out free for himself, to have and enjoy all the rights and liberties as other freeborn subjects of the United Independent American States enjoy. Earlier in 1775, Halsey's congregational pastor, Levi Hart, advanced an unprecedented plan for emancipation of all the slaves in the state. In the late 1780s, in the neighboring town of Hebron, local whites intervened to prevent a valued black resident, Caesar Peters, and his family from being seized violently as slaves by heavily armed agents of the South Carolina slave hold. Caesar had been all but legally free since 1775, when the revolution breaks out, at which time his master, Reverend Samuel Peters, loyal to England, had fled Hebron. White residents testified that Caesar, over the following years, had, by, quote, industry and frugality, supported his family, and at the same time was at no small cost repairing the fences and buildings critical to Connecticut's Yankee sensibilities, got to maintain those fences and buildings. And he has given his family good schooling. This is all from the deposition, quoted from the deposition. He's given his family good schooling and has paid all the taxes and lived in a comfortable, thriving situation. The life of Caesar and the relative freedom the revolution had opened for him and his family allowed local whites to recognize that he and his family were not slaves at all, but rather dignified and industrious townsfolk just like themselves. In 1797, James Cromwell, a black Revolutionary War veteran and Baptist from Colchester, submitted a petition with 3 other black men from the town to the General Assembly in Hartford, requesting them, quote, requesting that the General Assembly free from the bonds of slavery those Negroes in this state who are yet holding in bondage, unquote. 4 years earlier, in 1794, 3 local white men had purchased Cromwell so he could avoid re-enslavement to the heirs of his late colonial owner on Long Island, from whom he had fled during the Revolution. In a memorial to the General Assembly in May 1794, these white men then sought certified freedom for Cromwell, indicting his enslavement as, quote, an outrage upon his liberty of conscience, and lauding Cromwell for having settled, quote, in a land of liberty and equal rights, where he had labored industriously with pleasing hopes of gain for himself and his family, unquote. These white men explicitly embraced him as a worthy member of the community. The Assembly concurred and freed him. In 1792, Pierpont and his sister joined a local Baptist church, probably the same one to which James Cromwell belonged. White Baptists in the region welcomed black members, and the church in Colchester invited a black Baptist from New London, Bud Smith, to preach to them several times between 1795 and 1797. Over time, some clusters of ordinary local people, black and white, began to advance black freedom and even interracial fellowship in Colchester and the surrounding region of eastern Connecticut. This gathering of new sentiments probably influenced Pierpont to free those he had enslaved. Likely, these dramatic changes influenced other influential whites in Colchester as well. Bacon's will provided that all of his assets, about $35,000, a lot of money back then, would fund the establishment of what would become Bacon Academy. This provision, however, offered nothing for African Americans who would not be admitted to the Academy for several decades. But as the Academy's recently appointed Board of Trustees wrote the new institution's bylaws in summer 1803, they inserted an article of great import for blacks in Colchester and beyond. The committee would provide a separate school for local African Americans. Pierpont's bequest called for the erection of a brand new building at the town's green to serve as the Academy. In order to make room for the new structure, the old First District School building, which had been there up until 1805, This old first district school building had to be moved. Once lifted from its foundations, it was transported a few hundred feet away and dropped amid some trees behind the first church. That building became Colchester School for African American Youth. Perhaps sympathetic to emerging black freedom, the board determined to assist the underserved children of the town's growing population of free blacks. Yet African Americans in and about Colchester had sought education for a number of years prior to 1805. It's an important point to bear in mind. The board's launching of the school in 1805 was not the first district school regional blacks had attended. They were almost certainly attending district schools in the region, but we currently lack records substantiating their presence. However, we are fortunate to have records for several who attended district schools at Baltimore Hill and Colchester and in other nearby towns. For example, between 1795 and 1805, Elisha Niles, a local white teacher and devout evangelical, who had numerous black friends, including the famous Benjamin Smith, instructed at least 10 black students at district schools in Middle Haddam, Chatham, and Colchester. That's between 1795 and 1805. From 1803 to 1805, he taught no fewer than 8 black children, along with white students at Baltimore Hill, here in Colchester. Apparently, Joshua Balkley, a slaveholder at least through 1800, and prominent citizen in Colchester, sent at least 4 of the black youths in his household to the Baltimore Hill School. Those black youths were Asher, Harriet, and James Freeman, and George Primus. Likely all of the youth sought this opportunity, and their enthusiasm must also have swayed the board. Moreover, their presence in a school in Colchester prior to 1805 does indicate that some form of interracial education was occurring in and about the town prior to 1805. It's an important point. Indeed, the new school may have counteracted this fledgling school. Indeed, the new school may have counteracted this fledgling trend that we see manifesting, for example, at Baltimore Hill. Yet, at the same time, African Americans in the town and beyond apparently took full advantage of the new school once it opened. The number of free blacks in Colchester grew significantly in the early 1800s. We know this from census records. Even though the whole population of the town declined by 1/3, from about 3,200 people in 1800 to barely over 2,100 residents in 1820. This decline was general for Connecticut as agriculture contracted and many sought new lands in the late 18th century in Vermont and New Hampshire, and after 1800, farther to the west in upstate New York.